gonna do this like everybody else does it. This world is bullshit. That's why I did succeed. Clean is better. The point is, I have done it. I am clean. Everybody out there that's watching, everybody that's watching this world is bullshit.
Go wherever they please. Outside of my room I am not free, and that's where the black and white are by my side, and that straight line is my chosen direction. I know what it does to you, I know how it makes you feel. There's another side to this blade, and I know that one too, and I am tired of playing games with you. Thank you for all the gifts. I'll return them one of these days.
This world is bullshit. My boyfriend can make you disappear.
Okay, seems we will be having some guests ready soon. I will still need to pick this. Hello guys!
Hello.
Oh, it's even all the faces are already ready on the right place. That's great. Maybe I need to tune in Gasman a little bit. Yeah.
Expect my head to be a slight bit larger if I put like see here. This
Framing. Framing.
It needs to be perfect.
That's what she said.
yeah, so guys, I had to get a call from my brother here. He had some stuff here. But now
We thought you might be taking a whiz.
yeah, I never heard that one before.
Right?
The Whizzter. Never whizzing. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready. We still have 12 minutes to go. So, all of you guys already picked your obscure demos for later.
Yep. Hells yeah.
So I think we are all ready for the show today.
Nice.
Hello everyone on the chat, by the way. I don't think we have greeted everyone yet. So thank you for joining so far. And we still have 10 minutes to go, so you should tell all your Demoscene friends that they should join. And watch us talk shit of demos of July. Because it's important to talk shit of demos
Totally.
especially from July.
Just ask Granny on Poet.
Yep. You should even be in your dick mode. And July has been an especially good month. There are shitloads of good demos.
Jam-packed.
Yeah, looking at the list we had, and it's really a bit heavy on the retro side, actually, I think.
Yeah, we have quite a few, and different platforms as well. We have stuff for Mega Drive, for Commodore 64, for the Amiga, of course, some Spectrum stuff as well. So pretty much all platforms. Which is good. The more the better.
Oh yeah.
We like diversity.
Triple it.
And for those who don't know, right now playing is Square by Pulse, which is like an all-time favorite classic from 97, I believe from the Party 97.
Many will call it the only demo called Square.
Yeah, still try to do a Square demo, but he quickly realized the mistake that they were doing.
As brilliant as that demo was.
Yeah, it didn't overshadow the real Square.
Perhaps cast a similar shadow, but not the same.
I really like the still demo. It's just, you know, when the people say Square in the demo scene, I still think of the Pulse demo.
Yeah, that's inevitable. Oh, I hadn't seen this before. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, this is the one from Evoke, isn't it?
Yeah, this one is actually, it's a precocious demo. But someone suggested that we play it anyways. And why not? I mean, it's still pre-show, so we can play whatever we want.
I fucking love the style. So cool.
Yeah, so for those who weren't at Evoke, this is the new Amiga demo from Sanity and Bomb and Dreamdealers.
It is sick.
If you thought Amiga was dead.
Yeah, I forgot this was an A500 too, which is just even more insane.
I'm in doubt if it's really A500 or if it's AGA, actually.
I feel like it's AGA, but I thought it was A500 in the README or something.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
gonna look at this because it's cool for AGA and it's insane for A500.
Yeah. Let me check real quick. No, yeah, it's A500.
Which is
That's
what?
insane.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
My mind is exploding! This version of the demo runs on an A500 OCS with 1 MB of chip RAM and 1.5 of slow RAM. The final version will run on 512 kilobytes chip and 1 MB of slow RAM from floppy disks. Okay.
Sweet.
Fair play.
It said so on the info file, so it must be true.
Offman, what's up? I'm just gonna start yelling out names I see in the chat, right?
Hey, Offman.
That's how you stream, right?
Yeah. I think we get more viewers if you do that, so... Now we have random people showing up just to hear you shout their names.
Whatever works.
We have 30 viewers right now, actually.
Heyo. What's up, Bitten? Hey, T101.
And T101 is here with us not saying, with a nick not saying T101. That's so confusing.
That's gonna fuck me up. I love this part of the music too. Like metal drums.
Yeah, it really brings across Moby's metal tendencies.
Yeah.
Because if you hear his earlier Amiga stuff, it's not that metal, but then when you get to know him, he really is into a metal band and stuff, so his newer stuff sounds a lot more like metal and has a lot more metal influences to it.
That's awesome.
Now if you're into metal... I guess T101 must like it at least.
Metal's one of those genres where most of the songs sound the same, and I'm not complaining. Move some windows around, so I'm not just looking down all the time. That's the problem. I got a 43-inch monitor.
33?
43, and the problem is I'm just looking around all the time. It's like 2 monitors, but then another 2 on top.
Doesn't it get like your eyes fucked up from being too close?
We'll find out. Haven't had it for that long.
Give me a few more weeks.
Exactly.
And this one is another classic, Super Television from Orange.
Ronnie, what's your dick making the monitor choice? Often that's why his glasses. I'll just say, sometimes it's really nice to be close to the screen.
You are the person with the best illumination of all us four. I guess because you have such a huge screen, it just lights your whole face.
That's exactly why. Like, there's no lights in front of me. There's multiple lights behind me, and then there's my screen. And
apparently I have to interject at this point to say something because Truck isn't sure if my mic works.
Apparently it does.
That helps me
Good.
Oh yeah, people in the chat, if the sound of the demos is too low, let me know so I can increase it. If it's fine, then please say so as well, compared to the other commentators.
Oh, that dither. Quarter res for days.
Yeah, so old school. The way to save pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think it might be some kind of true color thing also, or a fake mode thing.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
I think there's another... I don't know if it's this demo or another demo that Orange did that with, so I think they did it in some demos. this demo so many times when I was younger.
I'll come by saying that he will do a Pebble Watch version of this demo. Without the music, it would be a bit odd to see it, but well.
They'll probably do it in Rust.
You will have to explain to me the hype of Rust at some point. I just got into it. I started reading about it. I didn't know about it, and apparently a lot of people are getting into it.
Yeah, I use it for the Soulskogen demo actually, and some other stuff too.
But just low-level stuff, and then you have the GLSL on top of it, or?
No. It's or at least for the demo that's what it was. But it's like, it's just a different systems language than C or C++. Has some really nice stuff, especially if you're into functional things. Got proper algebraic data types, that kind of stuff. For me, it's just a more comfortable option at that level.
Okay.
Like all the things I can't type that much anymore because I have RSI on my wrists, and that language I type less. But I still write really fast code, so it's, I don't know, I like it.
Okay, well, whatever works.
Oh, it does.
Okay, I think we should start the real show now. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are in episode 4 of a Mystery Demoscene Theater 9000. I will play the jingle right now.
Mystery Demoscene Theater 9000, which is almost
It gets
over
me every
9,000,
time.
but just not quite, but it's almost over 9,000, so that kind of counts. Featuring PS and guests and stuff like that. Thank you.
So that was brought to you by KB, our good friend from Farbroush. If anyone wants to remix the jingle, you're welcome to do it. That would be interesting as well. So today I have with me 3 singers. One of them is I'm your host, PS. Well, by the way, of TPOLM. I have with me Whizzter, who is also from TPOLM. And he's here, he's from TPOLM and the group Woorlic, and he's from Sweden, and he was present at the Edison demo party, which he also helped organize. So can you tell us a little bit of how was Edison?
Well, what can I say? It was good. I'm always too busy to actually enjoy it, so I'm the wrong person to ask about that. But everything went really smooth this year. We're kind of gotten into the way of making it. So
how many people did you have this year?
Ooh, it's rainy. So we have it's a blessing and a curse that we're in Stockholm, because the blessing is that it's easy to get there and everything, but then there's all the people from Stockholm that just don't bother showing up if there's a bit of rain. So I think we had.
That's lame.
Yeah, I think we had like 160 people that were supposed to come, but I think it was like 130 that actually came. So
okay,
it was okay.
That's still pretty good numbers.
Yeah,
that's nice.
It's a small part. Yeah, well, it sucks if it's like you have a limited number of people who are able to enter, and you register and you hog the spot, and then people who actually want to show up. That's lame on that regard, but.
Yeah, next year we're probably going to make. If you want to sign up for one of the spots before, you have to pay in advance. So people who actually want to come will actually come. So.
At Payback, they had a similar system, and then they had waiting lists. So people who would drop out, the person on the waiting list would immediately get an email saying, "Okay, you can come now, show up." Yeah. So it helps a bit to ensure that you have full capacity.
Yeah, we were mailing people each day, almost the week before, saying that if you're not coming, free the spot. But people still don't show up when it's raining and stuff. So,
okay, that's silly. Okay, next person that I have with me today is Ferris of Youth Uprising and Logicoma and shit tons of other groups.
Yep.
And Ferris has been to Soulskogen. So how was Soulskogen?
Yeah, Soulskogen was great. I was also pretty busy to enjoy most of the party, but that's because I always do that. I wasn't organizing, so cheers, props to the organizers and people who do that. You're doing God's work, but no, I was working on prod.
Well, that's a legitimate excuse to not have so much time for the party, finishing the production.
It was awesome. It's pretty great.
I always heard good stuff of Soulskogen. I never been there, but I always heard good stuff about it. So I think it's a very cool party. And then last but not least, we have Gasman from the rainy United Kingdom. And Gasman went all the way to Sundown. So how was Sundown?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I think with the threat looming of it possibly being the last Sundown, I think everyone was pulling out the stops to make it an extra special one, and I think that's well, as it turns out, it may not be the last one, or it may not.
Really?
May not be the last
That's false.
one.
That's false advertisement.
May not be the last UK party. Okay, I'm going to be swiftly corrected.
Maybe they're going to change the name.
I think. Yeah.
Change the name and change
like that,
one of the organizers and have it in exactly the same weekend. I've seen that happen in other countries. So we are going directly into the demos that we have, because we have shitloads of demos, and this is in random order, no particular order. And the first one is Neonsky by Ephidrena. It's a demo for the Amiga AGA, and I think it got some first place on Soulskogen.
It did. in a pretty big old school compo.
We had like 7 entries, and for shitloads of different platforms. There was like an entry for PlayStation, 3 entries for Amiga, 1 for Mega Drive, 1 for Commodore 64, and 1 for this obscure platform that we'll see that demo later, so I guess we should talk about that now.
It was sick.
I really like the tricks that Load Error did this, because it really seems to be taking advantage of the hardware stuff, and he wanted to do some stuff. He wrote a small write-up of all the technical details behind it, and there was a lot of interesting information.
Yeah.
At least for me, who I'm not an Amiga guy, even though I watched the demos, I never really coded anything, so it was really interesting to read about all the stuff that he did.
If only that raster timing wasn't off. I think it's actually because it's like half res in the borders or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not that familiar with AGA.
And the music is really good as well.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the demo. Frequent's always done pretty good stuff, but this is just really cool.
Yeah, well, I'd really like to have either Load Error or Frequent at the show at some point. I tried to get Load Error to join us today, but he apparently is living in China, and connections with China are not very stable. And also his girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure anymore, was also pregnant, and he had some exams and stuff, so the schedule was not very optimum for him to join us. But it would be really cool to have them. And this effect is actually a bit slow.
Yeah, but it looks so good.
Yeah, Truck is saying that I should just ask Frequent, that he will probably join us, so yeah.
Nobody's saying, was this supposed to work on 030? I don't think so.
Hoffman is saying that some of it should.
Yeah, but that could mean anything.
I love this effect, what he did with the glow on the more traditional effect.
Yeah, it does look great. When I see the left and right side though, like it looks to me like the timing's off, but the more I think about it, I think it's like some half res thing that you have to do in the borders or something. Again, I'm really not familiar with that hardware, but there's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah, really cool demo.
Definitely.
Next up, what we have? Another Amiga demo. And this one is from Euskal party. It's actually a 64K.
I love just how gritty the sound of this one is.
It's actually called Omnimetatheodron by Software Failure, and it's mostly made by Ham. And those who don't know Ham clearly have not had an Amiga or lived in Spain, because he's a complete Amiga freak. It doesn't really have anything like new, but it's not bad either, so it really works. The backgrounds are okay, the objects are okay.
What kind of Amigas is running on?
I think it's an Amiga AGA, but let me check. Yeah, it's AGA.
What kind of processor?
I'm checking the... it just says 68060, so the 060.
Yeah.
So
It's
Gasman...
saying AGA and 60 megs of fast mem. 6806 recommended.
Yep. So Gasman, what's your take on Amiga demos? I know you're a Spectrum scener, so do you hate all Amiga stuff?
Yeah, it's great to see the resurgence of the OCS stuff as well as the AGA. Yeah, it's I kind of skipped this whole generation. I went straight to PC, but yeah, so I'm only just sort of catching up with the sort of capabilities of the machine. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to see them at places like Revision. Yeah.
Oh, this one is also Amiga.
Yep.
And this one was made by Hoffman using a system from Blueberry. And I would like to say more about it, but I'm afraid to say errors, so I will rather shut up.
There's some parts of this that are so satisfying with the sync. Like, the part at the beginning, and the part at the end, and everything in between. Like, all those parts are just really satisfying for the sync.
The syncs are really good. So, well done, Hoffman, in that regard.
Yeah.
The effects are simple, but it really works.
Well, it's the Rose engine, which is basically this like turtle graphics thing. So like you have like a draw pointer that you can move around and like draw simple shapes, and the frame like persists for the next frame.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is also the first demo where Hoffman did visuals.
So Hoffman, if we are mistaken, please correct us.
He's a musician initially, right?
The what? I didn't understand you.
Hoffman is a musician, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he used the Rose engine, which is Blueberry's work, but it's probably the coolest Rose demo there is, by far.
But, usually musicians doing design for demos usually has I don't know, it's a tight feel in the demos usually.
Yeah, it works better than the coder doing it. They care more about the stuff syncing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do like the demos that manage to sustain a concept like this all the way through. It's I'm more of a like dabbler in my sort of demos. So I might do like 10 seconds of something like this and then move on to the next thing. But yeah, sustaining it for the duration of the whole demo is
And to have like that much original content in that concept too, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this demo ended up winning the old school demo combo at Sundown.
Yep.
It's actually a 64K.
Oh, I love that part. So satisfying. Hoffman has done crap tons of tunes for everything. And he finally joined a PC demo group.
So I guess he's going to convert them into doing demos for Amiga.
Well, it's Logicoma, so I hope not.
So you're going to learn a lot more of the AGA in this coming few months. Okay, next demo we have is a Commodore 64 demo. And I actually have no clue which demo it is.
This is no Group Data.
Maybe it's the winner of Group Data by Genesis Project. Let me check real quick. So it's called Nothing But PETSCII by Genesis Project. And it uses nothing but PETSCII. Because you can do everything with PETSCII. And for those who don't know what the hell PETSCII is the font, the default font that the Commodore 64 has inbuilt. And I have a feeling that Go280 really likes this one because it's complete text mode and PETSCII nutcase. So if he doesn't know it already, I think he'll really like it.
I have to give massive props for the music for this one. I just love the sort of B-movie-ish sort of this. It kind of reminds me
epic.
of yes. It came from Planet Zilog from Fantasy. That's last year's revision. So yeah, it's got that. Yeah. I'll shut up now so I can listen to it.
You have the same trauma that I do. I still call revision breakpoint.
Ah, yeah, you got that.
I do it all the time. I'm like, have you been to Breakpoint? Yeah, well, Breakpoint has ended like almost 10 years ago.
To Sundown now.
Yeah.
And in Denmark, they did this smart trick. Was when Summer Encounter ended, they called the next event Scene Event, which were both SE. So people were used to call it SE to the previous event, and the new one was also SE. So
smart. And now there's Tursock.
I think at the time Tursock used to be on the winter, and SE was like the summer party that they had. So they never really clashed, but I think Tursock started moving closer and closer to summer, and now it's also an end of summer party, if I'm not mistaken.
Tursock's in October, and it's funny because it's the real scene after Christmas is what Tursock stands for, and it's in October.
It used to be. It used to be after Christmas.
Well, it's still after a Christmas, just 10 months after Christmas.
Do you want to in Urge? Just book flights to Tursock? Hells yeah, see you guys there. So this dance animation is insane for PETSCII.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that out there.
Disco time, baby.
Oh, it's working.
This is what happened to Travolta. He got turned into a robot, and
he didn't even do the robot.
Yeah. That would be too easy. They even have a twister effect in PETSCII.
The dithering was a nice touch. And the little corners were cool too.
Oh, and there was some controversy between Gub Data and Edison. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Whizzter?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, Edison kind of came out of the C64 scene a bit, and then there's other C64 guys taking basically the weekend we've had for this year. So, yeah, it's like you could have asked us before announcing the dates, but, well, things happen, and I think I don't know if they're planning on actually doing it again, so, and hopefully they'll be able to pick another weekend then.
Because you don't have that many parties in Sweden, and when you do, you have them on the same fucking weekend.
Well, actually the thing is that we've actually been clashing with another party for Atari for I think most of our years. So it's like 3 parties in one weekend. So that's kind of silly.
Yeah.
I gotta get something to drink. I'm dehydrated right now. I'll be in a second there.
Okay.
And speaking of scheduling, Solskogen has usually been in the second weekend of July for many years.
So it's all Sundown's fault. Well, we don't have a Sundown organizer to... Maybe he's going to explain, oh, it's the last party that we're organizing, so we didn't care about the date. We knew everyone would come to Sundown. But yeah, it sucks, but, well, it is what it is. And there aren't that many weekends in the summertime, so...
They did pick a good one, I'll give them that.
It used to happen that Wensley always clashed with Evoke, and Evoke always clashed with Assembly. So, because all of them were in the beginning of August and end of July, so there was always these kind of issues.
Funny how that's not transitive.
Well, I mean, then there's some parties that actually got really hubris and thought they could do anything. We had this party Remedy in the beginning of summer in Sweden in the past, and they had a penance for always clashing with the biggest festivals in Sweden. And finally one year they got so, I don't know what they were thinking, they actually put the party on the midsummer weekend, and there was like no Whizzters, and they was asking, well, we have this party and nobody's coming. Yeah, of course. You have it. It's like having a party on Christmas Eve. Like, yeah, you're going to show up. Oh yeah,
that's like the ultimate meeting, right? That's like right after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was literally like the same thing. This is Edison demo, right? We're coming in now. Fairlights, Hollow Man making a comeback after a few years.
Really, really interesting.
Yeah, he has his own like style of doing things, and he has a and I'm not entirely on style, but it's distinctive in quite a few ways.
This effect is crazy smooth.
And the music is by Go280, I believe.
Yeah, it might be. I'm not really sure.
Can confirm.
I really like Oloman's concept of doing demos, because he never does like a typical demo effect, scroller kind of thing. He always has like a concept behind them, and I really like that.
And on C64.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more like, what? But it's always cool. Is that Harakiet? Is that how you say that? Saying what one is this? This is the in memory of, it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fairlight. So Truck says LeBlane's comment was, "This is the most fucked up text adventure on C64 ever." That's good.
It is influenced by set text adventures, isn't it? I think it's a tribute to interactive fiction author. I think that's the backstory. Yeah,
it's got the right style.
Yeah,
that's what it's a tribute to. He nailed it.
It usually has some kind of message about the futility of society, always.
Yeah. But not in the same way PWP demos do.
No. They're more like humor. This is like, put a word on it.
Transformers are out to get you.
Yeah, more like.
But that run cycle though.
I mean, sometimes I think it's like he probably has like recurring nightmares that he kind of puts into the demos or something like that.
That might be. Afraid of everything.
Some pretty insane sound design for Sid. That's pretty sick. Go 280 and Dane and a couple others can just like make that kitten purr.
Yeah, I think it also has it's a bit of like Swedish. If you look at Swedish, it's called realistic cinema or something like that. It's a lot of influence from that also, I think, and it's like everyday scenes that also always shows up in his demos.
And this demo ended up winning Edison Old School Compo, I believe.
Yeah, it was we were thinking it would really smash through everything, but it was actually kind of close result, if I don't remember incorrectly. I think it's just a few votes it won by, actually.
Oh wow!
It could be said though that the runner-up was more for the Swedish audience, I think. There was like a play on like 80s C64 magazines. So if you really weren't growing up in Sweden reading those magazines, the second place demo doesn't make that much sense. Demonstration for VIC 64.
So that's why I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't understand the point of the demo. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's not the most flashy effect, but more like.
And Swedish productions have this tendency to do that a lot, to do stuff that only makes sense on the Swedish culture, and no one fucking understands outside it. I remember quite a few demos from Sweden, which I always be like, okay, I get the point. The Finnish guys also do that, but...
And the Germans. Everyone does, really.
We don't have that in Portugal. Maybe we need to have more demos, that's the problem. If we had more demos, maybe that would fix itself.
Is that what PS stands for? The Portugal scener?
At some point I was called the Portuguese scener, because I was the only Portuguese scener going to the parties. So yeah, that used to stand for that. Okay, another demo. Which demo is this?
From Gubbdata, I think.
Yes, I believe so as well. And
I think this is another one I missed.
I think this is the third place demo from Triad, exactly. And Triad also has this tendency to do very conceptual demos.
Yeah.
And this one has music by Dalesy, and called by Icon, and graphics by Two-Flower.
Was it Triad that did Revolved a few years ago?
I'm not sure which demo is Revolved, but I can search it on Hooy real quick.
No worries.
Revolved by Triad, yes, at Data Storm 2013.
They do a lot of like solid color on solid color stuff with a lot of straight lines that I just really like. It just ends up looking really good on C64.
Yeah, it doesn't look like C64, and that's why it's so interesting.
Alright, Keats is with the most awesome Dane track. Yeah, that was quite a good track. Oh, that's smooth.
I guess that's a greeting to Razer at the same time.
Yeah, and surely some kind of video as well. But it looks really good.
Yeah, it's that sort of character-based effect. Like
Yeah, you
it's
can see
slightly,
the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably also explains the smoothness.
yeah. I started coding on the C64, and I mean, if you're doing anything bitmap based, you're basically just doing a scroller. Because I mean, it's you have it's like 8 kilobytes of RAM to move for a full frame, and you can basically do 1 kilobyte each frame. So
Yeah.
or something like that. No.
A bit less.
Yeah, I think you need something like 5 frames to move one screen. So and that's when you have the scroll register. You can actually just barely do scrolling, full screen scrolling without using hardware tricks.
There's really cool sound on this part. But it sounds like one of those like streaming tricks. You can hear like in the highs there's some artifacts. But still sick. C64 acid. Yeah, this has to be one of those tricks. I'd also be willing to bet the content is just because how many of those screens can you have on C64? You can have quite a bit, right? If you change the bank. So
Yeah,
a lot of those are probably already in memory and they're just color cycling.
Yeah, man, and this you can probably reuse a character set here for each frame, and then you can do a single character-based screen for this one.
Well, I'm thinking they were using the map too, because you have enough memory to store like 16 screens or something if you bank switch. And of course if they're using just the chars and you're not high res.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky though because you can't put the screens as you want. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they have to be aligned, but
Okay, this demo is not for the Commodore 64. This demo
3DS?
is made by SVatG, which is something in Grenadines.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, yes. And it was made for
3DS.
New 3DS.
for
Which is
the
sick.
Nordic demo party, and it got second place in their demo combo. Okay.
Really cool to see a demo on this platform.
Yeah, I was looking at unlocking it, and I'm guessing the people that will actually run this in real hardware will be in the double digits at most.
Yeah.
It's quite a process getting it unlocked still.
I really like the sound of that on the music.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I really like this hardware. Like it's it's really cool. It's still 3D accelerated. You have some basic shader stuff you can do.
Yeah, I haven't really looked. I know the DS had a really simple 3D chip though, so I don't think it had any shaders at all though. So, but
I don't think they did on the DS, but the 3DS definitely they have some.
Next up, I believe this demo is for the Mega Drive.
Yeah, and everything in this demo was so smooth. Like top-notch motion on everything.
And Ferris, you've done some stuff for the Super Nintendo. Have you done any stuff for the Mega Drive?
I've not done anything for Mega Drive. So like, those are weird systems when you put them against one another because they're from the same era, but they're completely different in terms of hardware design and the capabilities. Like the SNES has really nice video and audio capabilities, but it has a shitty CPU. Whereas the Mega Drive is kind of the opposite, where you have a much stronger CPU, but then the other parts are a little weaker.
So that's even a stronger reason to pitch them together. See if you can do stuff that the other one can't.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I had a Mega Drive personally, so I'm a bit biased, but then I play all the JRPGs, because all the good JRPGs were on the SNES. So
Yeah.
I played a lot of SNES just to play all the RPGs. I pride myself of having played all the JRPGs that exist on the SNES. Everything on emulator, but I played them all. And finished them all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chrono Trigger, favorite game of all time.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
I have like 5 of that in the cartridge. Like literally within arm's reach, I have multiple SNESs. But I never had a Mega Drive, but I really want to. I think my uncle had one, but of course in the States they were called
Genesis.
Genesis. Yeah. Yeah, like seeing this on the big screen, especially the big thing that still leaves an impression even watching the video is just like everything is smooth. It's all 50 FPS. It's all just super slick.
Chuck is saying that that we had this discussion where I hadn't played Earthbound. That's true. I hadn't played Earthbound when we discussed, and I have since finished
That's
it.
an important one.
And Chuck, you never finished Earthbound, so go fetch, go fish.
Those are literally the games I grew up on. We'll do more SNES stuff as well, me and Citrix, but it'll be a while. But always happy to see sick Mega Drive stuff.
Citrix.
I think both are like way too unexplored platforms.
Yeah, you can do a lot of. You can still do a lot of stuff on them.
Yeah.
Explore new stuff. Citrix recently was featured on Slashdot by doing this hack of a sound. I believe was on the not Dreamcast. What was it? Saturn? Sega Saturn.
Yeah, it was a Saturn. It was so sick.
Yep. Really pushing what you can do with a sound chip on the Saturn, and they cracked it. This demo is for an uncommon platform. It's called Tiki something, and it's some sort of Commodore 64 that they had. Correct me if I'm saying something wrong.
It's a Norwegian computer, actually.
The Tiki 100. And it
Yeah,
was either a clone of a TK80 or a TRS 80, something like that. Fuck, I need... Hold on. Before I start saying things wrong, let me load up the information for the damn demo. The info file should say everything that we need.
The info file, if I remember correctly, is just full of info.
To run this demo, you have to
there we
connect
go.
pin 27 to 16 on the internal graphic expander pack and pin something to the printer port. So if you want this properly synced, you need to connect it to a printer. That's how old school this is.
So sick.
So let me check the wiki page for the Tiki 100. And the Tiki 100 says that it was a desktop home personal computer manufactured by Tiki Data of Oslo, Norway. The computer was launched in the spring of 1984 under the original name Tiki 100. And was first and foremost intended for the emerging educational sector, especially for primary schools. Early prototypes had 4 kilobytes of ROM, and the 100 in the machine's name was based on the total kilobytes amount of memory.
Stupid. And so a bunch of the guys I work with are just like, oh, I remember seeing that thing. I hated it when they were kids. Like that was their whole experience with it.
Wasn't that a similar story with the Commodore Plus 4? It was just really giving out this for education, so we don't have to make it good that way.
It helps you with your homework.
Yeah.
If that.
How old accounts if your dad ever worked it all out.
But the demo's sick, like for again how relatively unexplored this kind of platform is.
Yeah,
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I really like how they didn't just do like an hello world. They actually did a lot of different effects and traditional effects that we see in other platforms, and they incorporated them and tried to push them into the limits of what the hardware could do. You can see a lot of traditional Commodore 64 effects.
The motion, the way this model moves on these X vectors, really cool. And then it reveals that it's actually 2 that they're running per frame, which is sick.
Double the excitement.
Right, but it's Yeah, awesome presentation.
And I think this ended up being second place on the Soulskog and Old School compo. Let me confirm. Yeah, second
I
place.
can't remember the place, but that sounds right.
The internet says that it was second, and the internet doesn't lie.
Never. But, I mean, like I said, this was a huge Old School compo.
Yeah.
A lot of really nice entries. Vizzy says this is probably also the best Darklight demo. Maybe if you don't include wilds.
Yeah, Darklight has this tendency for doing really fucked up wilds with everything always related to the Sid somehow.
Yeah.
To the Sid box. But they're all very interesting stuff.
The Sid box, the Sid camper. When biohacking comes big, it'll be the Sid person. Like the Sid Kenneth. And they'll say, great sound response. I think this part was looping, and it took, even at the party we didn't know. Like,
press spacebar!
Yeah. I think it does have an ending, it's just, they just run this one for far too long.
You know what? You're totally right. You're totally right. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They needed to
very-
do a filler for the song. Because the musician was a bitch and he made a song way too big.
Yeah.
I know that feeling well.
And then if you
Oh,
cut his
I'd love
song,
to
he
see what
complains
those
that we butcher it.
Those glitches on the left, I would love to wonder what those are. Because, I mean, there's some, like, alignment stuff, but that might just be the hardware being weird. But then there's those other small glitches. Because like, I have a C64 that does that. You gotta wonder how many of these machines are in proper working order.
Well, that's probably linked in with the whole needing to connect to the printer thing, so it's...
It's surely related.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is an invitation for TPOLM, I believe, and it was also released on Soulskogen. It got first place on the combined intro compo and is actually 8 kilobytes big.
And talk about an invitation for Tursock, like... They nailed that. Like, I don't know if you guys have been to Tursock, but it is just a silly party, which is what makes it awesome.
Silly Vikings.
It's just goofy, and so yeah, so they took this Econom guy and just like tried to make him do all the things they would do at the party, and it's really cool. It's a really nice concept, really well done. Perfect kind of like intro for Puncture to do the music for.
You got me thinking in Monty Python now. On second thought, let's not go to Turzak.
That pants off animation is so good.
They have a pillage zone! What the fuck do you do in a pillage zone? You pillage at your own home?
Hoffman on the horns. That's in reference to they do a like a Gabber compo, like an acid. No, it's an acid compo. That's the one.
Mushroom
Instead of
acid
making it a compo because that's exhausting when it's all acid, they live mix the whole thing. So Hoffman like makes a DJ set out of it, and it makes it really
bearable.
Because well, it's like you almost want like a compo like that you're supposed to dance to, right? And I don't know. I feel like it encourages that. Dwarf tossing. 5K raid too. That's just. It's like the right amount of silliness for a Tursock invite. Nobody says remote entries to Acid. I say if there's not, come to Tursock.
That's the perfect excuse to go to Tursak. Go to Tursak to listen to more Acid.
It might be for Nobi.
They should like give 303s to the people and have them play Acid live on the 303s.
Oh, yeah. Be all over that. So this is a Ninja Dev demo, and Ninja Dev is just like 9 coders or something. And really great guys. Yeah, I guess so. And they huge group of just awesome guys.
I really liked their other entry for the wild combo, where you could tweet an effect.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
Great. They made
really
a website where you would just have a limited number of characters, and it would throw that. I think was it to a pixel shader? Either a pixel shader or a canvas effect, so you could.
No, I think it's a canvas effect. I think it was.
So it's like a JavaScript 1K, but JavaScript 136 characters.
Yeah. This demo just has a lot of content.
And the artwork is pretty good on this one, the models and the quality of the
definitely.
textures.
The models especially.
Good vibe to the music too.
Yeah.
Look, you have
It's a good
cubes.
prod, especially when you're at the party, because it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun demo.
Elmwood is asking what this demo is called. It is called...
Crankwork Steamfist.
Crankwork Steamfist, exactly.
It's just a sweet name.
Sounds like a sort of English aristocrats. Yes.
We have some Crankwork... some Crankwork Steamfist in here! We can grab a cup of tea later. After my crankwork is done for today.
After a hard day's crank work.
Next demo. Oh, this one sucks.
I agree.
This one was made by our fellow here, Ferris, and it's from the group called Logicoma. It's called Almost Infinite, and I guess Ferris is the best person to explain some of the technical details of it.
So in the last, I want to say year, I've been just playing with a ton of new tech and just trying to make a demo tool. And this is all that it's actually made so far.
All you managed to do was a depth of field?
Pretty much. Pretty much exactly what it was. But we made it really loud.
And this effect was totally copied from that
So,
64K, from Chaos Theory, yeah.
It's one of those unintentional things, but I could see it post making it. I'm like, probably. Was not intentional, but totally happened. No, but your bokeh has artifacts. Doesn't everyone? This is no AA before all the posts. That's where all the flickers come from.
Nobi is saying that your bokeh has artifacts.
Yeah. So all the sync and most of the scenes were done at the party. The music was done the week before.
Did you sync it by hand, or was this new Rocket?
Yeah, we did all the sync by hand in the pixel shader.
Okay. So kids, for you kids listening at home, this is not how you're supposed to do it.
No.
Well, of course, this is how you do it. Just get it done.
I've used Rocket for everything before, but we redid all the tech in Rust, especially, and it's just it's taken a long time to get up and running. So at least we had something.
Oh, this was mostly written in Rust.
It was written in Rust.
Ah, cool.
And you don't have Rust bindings for GNU Rocket yet?
Not yet, but they're coming.
Okay. And this is the winner demo from Solskogen by Cocoon, and it's called Terminal
Absolutely blew
7.
everyone away. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Terminal 7. Yeah, blew everyone away.
It's Cocoon doing Cocoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, really Cocoon this.
The new Cocoon style. Because I remember the old Cocoon style.
Before this demo.
Yeah, when they were more metal and gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like these parts. I mean, I think this is definitely ray marching, I think, and putting in ray marching in 3D scenes, I think that's really somewhere a lot of people should go, because ray marching gives effects, but you still kind of need some kind of content scenes idea about connecting everything. So I think I really like this that way.
I really like the GI that Cocoon has in their engine in particular. I know it's like some voxel-based stuff, and I don't think they're being very clever with the packing either, but it looks really nice. I don't think any other engine in the scene is doing voxel GI like they are. And they use it too, like all their lighting effects, especially the. I mean, you can tell they do a lighting scene later in the demo with the tunnel. That's just insane. It's very hard not to whistle to this. Yeah, like all their reflections too, I believe, are the same GI solution that they're using.
And this is very fitting for a Norwegian demo party. The soundtrack is the usual big beat, break beat that the Norwegians always love to use on their demos.
Absolutely.
So it's really a slap in the face, like we are at your party kicking your ass with your own style.
The only thing that I wish is that they were actually at the party, because this was a remote entry. And but it was really good, really good. Definitely deserved to win.
And they're being very active. I think this is like their third or fourth release this year already.
And Nitric is just a workaholic. See here you can see the GI glitches, right? Because things are rotating. You can see the voxel twitchies. So much content. Like we're halfway through the demo. That lighting is just killer. Even Luguber just like freaked out at this track. No, he's talking about the obvious cuts in the tunnel. Yeah, that's definitely a blemish.
You just don't understand art.
Again, the nice thing about the GI solution they're using is it works with like everything. So if they put in like ray marching, whatever, that will work with GI as well. So like doing that and then have a post pass that integrates everything. It just looks really nice. This is the part with the best lighting, I think.
Looks kind of messy, actually.
Perhaps compositionally.
Yeah, well, but this was the clear winner of Soulskogan demo combo. Their technology, their rendering technology is really ahead of everyone else right now. Maybe Smash can compete with this. Mercury guys are also getting very close. And this was the, I think, second place demo from Edison.
Yeah.
Which also has very high-tech technology. Rendering, as you can see.
It was kind of refreshing to see, though. It was more story than effects, and well,
I didn't realize that they had fractals on the background the first time I saw it. I'm just realizing it now.
Yeah, there's small nuggets in it.
I was too focused on the skeletons, I guess.
Burning ship fractal, always a classic.
I can't see any NFO on this, but I have a feeling this was made by some fresh guys. I'm not entirely sure though, but
let me check real quick. Well, there is no official group name, at least on I thought it was made with Unity.
yeah, this Unity.
Make your bones bleed. I like the physics on the legs.
Did the skeleton just kill himself? He put this sword in his own head.
Classic. Classic skeleton.
I think it's fun because the Swedish scene was kind of stagnant for a few years, but we have some new people coming in for Edison now, so it's kind of fun coming in now.
Always good to have new, fresh blood, especially if it comes with skulls.
Yep.
Or from skulls. In that case.
This one is a 4K, I believe, and it was made between LJ and Virgil.
I believe this was LJ's first.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember LJ from the Revision live stream, live coding stuff. He was pretty good. So I was happy to see in a 4K from him. And Virgil is a master in doing sound, and he also codes graphics nowadays. We really need to have Virgil on this show as well at some point. That will be very interesting.
I always give Alcatraz fucking for having the only 64K synth that I think is better than mine, but not doing an intro with it. But yeah, Virgil is phenomenally talented.
It's lovely looking.
And this is where he ran out of time. But really cool scenes from.
There's 4K. It could be space also.
And he did another one this month at Evoke, I believe. That was killer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you'll talk about that next month.
This one...
actually, at Evoke, I was on the jury for the newcomer award, and it was like, well, yeah, technically it seems incredible, but LJ is still a newcomer. He's kind of already kind of gone beyond sort of indescribable as a newcomer. But,
yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
And this one actually won the Nordlicht combined demo intro compo, and it's 4K as I mentioned before. And I wanted to say something else, but I don't recall, so I will just shut up now. Oh yeah, it was the title. It's called Nordic Cathedral.
Yes.
very good 4K. It seems more like an 8K instead of a 4K. Both the visuals and the sound are so above and beyond.
Speaking of 4K, or was this 8? I believe this was 4.
This was 4K, I believe, as well.
Which makes the 2D stuff that much cooler.
And this
I love the style.
This won the Sundown PC intro compo, which was with 4K, and it's by Pooh Brain and Ink.
And it's so good.
They've been doing a lot of collaborations, Pooh Brain and Ink, lately. And they did another one for Evoke as well.
And they do music with Punctured. So I'm wondering when they're going to start calling themselves Pooh Brain Punks. I feel like he's a bit underrepresented there.
This feels a bit wrong because it's Pooh Brain, but it doesn't have horses.
Yeah, I definitely would call that a flaw.
Maybe it's a virus inside a horse.
Maybe that
You know
it's
what?
made of horse
That's
meat.
probably it. Yeah, it's made of horse meat. That works on multiple levels.
Crazy horse disease.
Yeah, this is a killer intro. Especially the sync, the 2D stuff, the colors.
And the sound effects.
Yeah. Makes you forget it's 4K.
Yeah.
Like, if someone told me this was 64, I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty good still.
Yeah.
Actually, insane for 4K. That's really, really nice.
Yeah. It's also, like, again, talking about Punctured, really nice departure from his normal stuff. Yeah, and Hoffman says this is Blueberry's newish 4K synth. I believe that's an additive synth, actually. We talked about that for years, and he finally did it.
What's it called? Krinkster?
No, Klinkster was the other one, I think. I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
Maybe it is Klinkster.
And
But it's additive, that's what I remember.
Next up, we have... I think this is the Rift 4K, also from Sundown.
Also quite cool.
Yeah, it got second place.
I think this is the one with like the fake subsurface stuff. It looks really cool.
Yeah, this screenshot pretty much tells the story of the whole intro. You have landscape, you have water, you have crystals emerging out of it, and you have nice sounds.
I don't like how like raw, noisy that the texture is on the island, but I love the distribution of the shapes in the crystals. I find that really nice. Some of these shapes are super nice too. No, he mentions the camera work. I agree, it's also quite good. And the sync with how that glow thing moves. Yeah, it's nice.
It looks so real. It's like gummy bears.
I want to eat it.
Yeah, you just reach out and grab some.
Looks like it's gonna shock you.
Is it 4K also?
Yep.
Yep.
Whizzter is going, damn, I'm falling behind on the 4K world.
Oh, no, I never really got started on that one actually. So.
This is another one I hadn't seen.
This one is Russian party.
Yep, there's can't remember which party it was this month.
Ice something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice tune.
From Crazy Siberian Party, I believe.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Love the panning on that.
And
I didn't know that chip could do panning.
Gasman, I need your professional professional expertise. This multicolor effect that we are seeing now, is this doing like flickering between?
Yeah, that looks like that.
Because this doesn't look possible. You're supposed to only have two colors.
That's doing
That's the point.
the FLI as it would be on the C64. Yeah, so obviously that's going in the border there.
This one as well. This is not possible. You're only
Yeah.
supposed to have two colors per character.
Yep. And one colour in the border, full stop. But everyone's loading bars on Spectrum, so yeah.
So I started wondering if maybe it was the capture that was, you know, had some special treatment or something. Or if it was for an enhanced Spectrum.
No, I think that this is all classic Spectrum. I've had it running in an emulator, so yeah, I can certify that. Yeah,
It's really good
nice
stuff.
tune.
yeah.
Yeah, and the tune is really good as well.
I love the name of the party too. As Busy says, crazy Siberian party.
Wonder what crazy stuff happens there. Look, this is not possible.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually you can't do the raster stuff, you could only do that, you could only change the attributes every second line, so there is some special trickery going on there to actually get the sort of overlay text on top of it.
Sick.
Yeah, definite coder porn demo, this one. Aha, right.
Okay, this one was by Gasman.
Yep.
And you're supposed to sing along with it.
Right, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how the sort of mishmash of streaming things works here. Whether there'll be some sort of crazy sort of 2-second lag or something. But,
In the
okay, here we
future!
go. Yeah. When I watched Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey,
Yeah.
one scene in particular made a lasting impression on me. The astronauts were having breakfast and catching up on TV on a portable, touch-activated, handheld video screen. I know it's just a daydream, but I can't wait until the time when such a wondrous gadget is available to buy.
Only $9.99!
From some kind of futuristic high street store, from a staircase made of glass and an apple-shaped logo on the door. I wanna live in the future. The future is where miracles come true. I wait for it to come now, and I somehow know it's gonna happen soon. We'll all be too excited by our awesome futuristic lives to notice that the future has arrived.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
So
You need a karaoke ball pinging.
Hells yeah.
This is
Way
a way
to interact.
A karaoke Amiga ball.
access to all earthly knowledge and funny pictures
Because of cats.
We'll go around in capsules, travel in tubes beneath the sea, that leave London at lunchtime and reach Paris in time for tea. I wanna live in the future,
Cause the future is where miracles come true. I want to come now, but somehow
it's
gonna happen soon. So excited!
Awesome futuristic lives to notice that the future has arrived.
This is awesome.
It is.
I should mention actually this was originally done kind of as the backing visuals for like live gigs. So yeah, people in the chat are saying I should do a live like this, but yeah. So
Well, there you go.
Proper demo, but eventually they'll come in pellet form like pills but slightly thinner, designed to recreate the flavors of a full roast dinner. Dispensed by robot arms and served in shiny silver packs, containing just the right amount of delicious potato snacks. I wanna live in the future, cause the future is when miracles come true. I wait for it to come now, and I somehow know it's gonna happen soon. We'll all be too excited by our awesome futuristic lives to notice that the future has arrived.
Welcome to the future.
Oh, that's lovely.
So yeah, if anyone wants to sort of invite me over to the demo party with my keytar, yes, yep, of course.
Yeah, I'll need to make more sing-along demos in the future.
Yeah, that was fantastic, by the way.
Okay, and apparently that's all the demos we have to see
lovely.
for July. It's been a great month for demos. A lot of great stuff. As we usually do, we have 4 extra demos to watch, which were picked by us guys, and they are more obscure stuff. I will play the first one now, which is called Eager, and I think this was selected by you, Gasman.
Yep. So this is by Introspec, who's like really keen on doing the concentrating on the aesthetics of Spectrum demos and rather than just the tech. And I think this one, I think it's the top one for just putting on a demo party and just sitting and because it loops. So
and this one is 1 year old. It was released at 3 p.m. open air party.
Yeah.
In July 2015.
And predictably, the Puet thread about it just descended into flame wars, as Spectrum stuff always does. So, so I thought I needed a bit more attention.
Maybe if the Spectrum scene was divided or subdivided, the platform, people would pay more attention to these things.
Sorted that one before.
I remember particularly thinking this demo was so cool. Ooh, and the track. Hello.
Yeah, also by Nico. Nico always does shitloads of Spectrum stuff, and his soundtrack always rules.
Gritty. Missing some lyrics, though.
Well, after the one by Gasman, all the demos seem a bit empty.
Actually, just in a sec. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of sorts, yeah.
Gasman, I'm so glad we ended on yours. That was lovely.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And yeah, as I say, if any demo parties want to invite me over for more fooling around with the guitar, I'd be very happy to do that.
I am going to send a message to Pyrrhix.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I might not be organized Edison next year, but otherwise you're booked already.
And even goblinish, I like that. Just inviting the drama.
Yeah. But yeah, this is actually one that, it's a revision during the setup. I put this one up for the test compo, and so I thought because those pixels weren't quite big enough already, they needed on the biggest speed possible.
Sync in this is just killer.
Yeah.
See some pixels glitch there.
Yeah.
It's art.
Character stuff. Tiles were used, but
no, Spectrum doesn't have that mode, so yeah. Not sure that's yeah.
Well, great answer.
So, but yeah, I'm sure about those ones. Yeah.
That's a sentence you don't hear much these days. Oh, he's posting a soundtrack he did that wasn't used for Branch's demo. I don't want to listen to it. I'd rather see it used in another demo. Or hear it used.
Well, I hope you didn't cue the 10 hours loop version of it.
No, yeah. Only 30 seconds more of this link, yeah.
They're on you.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a great one to just leave running at a demo party, because yeah. There are not enough looping demos on the spectrum. At least not ones as stylish as this.
Okay.
Cool.
And the other pick we have, I think this one was picked by Whizzter, and it's Control by Coma. From the golden age of Coma.
I have not seen this. When is this from?
Probably
It's
96.
96, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
No, The Gathering 96, I think.
Looks about right. Gathering 96 confirmed. Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, Vizzy is saying that Media Water is the best Coma demo. That one is pretty good. I like Media Water as well.
Ah, cool.
So at the time, there wasn't that much video usage in demos. So it became a lot more famous by the Coma guys reusing it a lot on their demos.
Well, actually, there was a bit of video usage, but never in this little style, so to say. Actually, have message in it also.
Doing proper video on old school platforms is actually quite tough.
You had a whole problem with just compression of the video, because if you weren't doing compression properly, your demo could easily go a few megabytes big, and then no one would download it because everyone had to download it with the BBSs and stuff. There was no internet back then. Or there was internet, but it was slow. Not everyone had access to it.
Yeah.
Compressing a 20 arch file.
80 by 50 or something like that. And then it's related there.
I really dig this track.
And the soundtrack was made by Gru, which was a
cool.
famous Finnish musician. And he actually did a lot of metal and punk stuff with trackers, which was very interesting.
I guess you could call me a groupie.
You want to scream, but you are wearing a mask.
See ya, Hoff.
Imagining the Finnish people going into a supermarket and explaining the manager, no, we're just shooting a few scenes with a mask on.
Yeah.
As if that store clerk had not seen that before. This is just how I imagine Finland looks like.
Okay, next we have Ferris Pix, which was... what's the name of this?
Stuka? I don't know how you say it. But I love the art in this. I love the style. I love the music. I miss Orion.
Where's this released?
I
do not remember.
Very Important Party 2001.
Oh.
So it's 15 years old.
And one thing I like about it is if you check the comments on Poet, there aren't many. A lot of it's like, man, this is crap because these guys only did the demo at the party. Which is like how half the demos are done nowadays. I mean, it is quite short, but I like it.
Done live at the party.
Unconditional Brand says, yeah, modern demos need more forks.
Okay, and the last obscure demo that we have today was picked by me. And it's actually from a Swedish group called Block. And I hope that Whizzter will recognize it at least.
Yeah, actually, isn't this from like Remedy 98, 99, something like that?
Maybe, let me check. It's called Planet Superfish.
Yeah. I might have seen this live actually.
Icing 97.
Oh no, I mixed it up.
I really love the soundtrack on this one.
I just remember who did that one.
Nice.
Yeah, Block has like, what is it? Let's see here. Really active around that time. I think they have, it's like, on Poet you have like, I think it's 11 productions by them. But then they have had a shadow group that released like, I don't know, 20, 40 productions or something like that. 20.
I like that style.
YouTube really fucks the encoding of this, because the background is all like static noise of slightly different colors. So on YouTube you don't really see that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, a lot of these demos are encoded a long time ago, so maybe there should be a new encoding of it.
Yeah,
A
maybe.
bit higher rate.
And that's it.
Nope.
Yeah, they use that engine a lot.
Final landscape in the
Also,
moon.
what is the height field rendering?
And that's it. So thank you once again for everyone who joined us today. We have no more time for demos, unfortunately, because July has been a very demo-filled month. So we're not going to take requests today. Maybe next month we will take some requests. Next month will be a pretty filled up month as well. We have Assembly, we have Evoke, so it's going to be well packed again. So yeah, I would like to thank everyone who watched the stream on Twitch. I will export this to YouTube as soon as possible. If you have any comments and stuff like that, please let me know how we can improve this. Thank you, Whizzter and Ferris and Gasman, for joining us commentating. It's been great to having you guys. Hope to have you again sometime.
Yeah,
And
being here.
Totally.
yeah, and I think that's it. So thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.